Coloradans who are preparing to rebuild after the Marshall Fire tell us that they are stunned by how high the cost estimates are and equally stunned to find out what insurance isn't going to cover. Here's our Steve Steger.
I don't recognize it. It hurts to see what it looks like now.
Charlotte Buck is looking at a large piece of her life savings in ashes. She's in her 70s, paid off her home 2 years ago.
But I never did think I would have the worst case scenario. And, you know, because we don't have hurricanes here. We don't have tornadoes.
What she did think, assume really, is that her insurance would cover whatever it costs to rebuild. Then she realized that cost has a cap.
I just don't know whether I will have enough money to rebuild an adequate house for this neighborhood.
What we sure know is that the coverage caps are not sufficient to build a replacement home of like kind and quality that people, certainly in my neighborhood, had.
Mark Wierenowski owns the slab 3 spray-painted addresses down.
We'll be underinsured to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Neither of them knows what it will actually cost for them to rebuild. They've just heard ballpark numbers, pushed higher because of supply chain issues and demand.
We're seeing numbers like $215 a square foot estimates from insurance, where builders are telling us $325 minimum. The town of Louisville said $350 to get it up to code.
So you have the magnitude of the Marshall Fire. You add to that supply chain and marketplace issues.
Carol Walker represents the insurance companies in Colorado. She says it's far too early to know what it's going to cost to rebuild.
If there are gaps in those coverages, fortunately we do have the FEMA individual assistance monies too.
Wierenowski wants lawmakers to push insurance companies to loosen caps on rebuilding costs.
Well, I don't see why every individual homeowner should have to fight that fight.
Walker with the Insurance Association says those kinds of guaranteed replacement policies have bankrupted insurance companies in the past.
If we have a non-capped policy that doesn't reflect that risk, or people aren't paying that premium for the cost to rebuild, that's when you put insurance in trouble. That's when you put insurers in a situation where they won't be able to pay out those claims.
Some of the people we talked to in Boulder County are also finding out about other missing pieces of coverage, things like debris removal and building code costs. Those are all covered in separate policies. Walker says the best thing you could do right now, try to schedule a yearly checkup with your insurance agent to make sure that you have enough coverage to pay to rebuild your home. And when you do that, Kyle, you want to try to factor in the current cost of construction. So maybe talk to the Builders Association, just see what that estimate for your area for the dollars per square foot might be.
Sound advice. Just feel for all the people who are in that situation. All right, Steve, thank you.